You're 20.
And I'm supposed to.
Oh, what? You don't want
You've
to?
been working this.
On the evening of the 23rd of March, 2010, in the small town of Amity, Maine, a horrifying massacre unfolded inside a trailer home tucked away in the quiet countryside. The suspect was 20-year-old Thane Ormsby. The three victims were Jeffrey Ryan, his 10-year-old son, Jesse Ryan, and their friend, Jason Don. Days later, Thane appeared in an interrogation room at the Dover, New Hampshire Police Department, believing he was simply there to help investigators. In reality, detectives were already preparing for a long psychological confrontation.
So what about this case here? I was talking about the beginning here. What type of person you think would do this?
No, I haven't given that much thought. But, I mean, cold. Someone would have to be cold. Someone would have to be greedy, maybe? I don't know. Someone would have to be just heartless. I mean, I never met his son, Mariah's little brother, but who could do that? Who could kill?
Well, you never know. I mean, the biggest thing that we don't understand is reasons. I mean, there's a reason for everything, you know, and mistakes happen. And that's why even a computer has a delete key, you know.
Right.
Mistakes happen, you know. Wrong place, wrong time, panic, self-defense, who knows? Who knows?
Go
ahead.
Did I miss? Was I getting coffee?
Oh, yeah. You're well aware of the Constitution and all that stuff, right?
Well aware of the
Well aware of the
Constitution.
Constitution, your rights and all that stuff. Do you understand you're not under arrest?
Yes, I
Okay,
understand.
okay.
the
If you ever want to leave, you just tell me. You can leave. All right. All I ask is, don't be rude about it. Just say, I want to leave now. All right. But one of the things
I'd be a little bit shocked if I were under arrest, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So would I. But so.
And I'm here to cooperate.
Well, that's right. That's right. But and I appreciate that. I know you know your rights and all that stuff. One of the formalities that we have to do is to
Tell me
read
my
your
rights.
rights. Okay. You can probably recite it better than I can.
I don't know that I could recite it. But
Right, but you understand it though. I'm a law enforcement officer. I want to ask him some questions. Before I do so, I want to explain your rights. Okay, and we do this routine to everybody, okay, just so you understand. You have the absolute right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
What police discovered at the crime scene sent shockwaves through the entire community of Amity. Inside the small trailer, 3 bodies were found in different locations. The stab wounds were deep, precise, and repeated in a distinctive pattern, suggesting the killer had some knowledge of combat techniques with a blade.
What's that mean to you?
it means plead the fifth. There's another way to explain that, but it means I don't have to say anything to you if I don't want to.
That's
I can
right.
just close my mouth.
There you go. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to, right? Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand that? What's that mean?
It means anything I do or say here is, if brought to court, can be used against me.
I have a right to repeat
Yeah, you have
anything
a right
say.
to repeat anything I say.
Okay, now, having all these rights I just explained to you in mind, do you wish to answer questions at this time?
Yes, sir.
Good. Right. Formalities, right?
Right.
So, where were we? He's my note taker here.
Sorry.
We were talking about what type of person would do that. You said cold, greedy, heartless.
Someone just with no love for life. No love for things that grow.
Yeah.
And I mean, what we know about Tolkien and Tolkien's writing, you seem like you know a little bit more about Tolkien. It's, you know, his main themes are hope and hopelessness and a love for things that grow. He was very much against the Industrial Revolution and stuff like that. Anything that took away from nature, took away from life.
What should happen to the person when we find them?
What should happen?
When we find the bad guy, what should happen?
Well, I imagine you're going to read him his rights, formality,
Right.
and lock him away.
You think he should go to jail?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, unless there's a good reason. Can you think of any good reason something like this could happen?
A good reason?
Yeah. Do you think of any reason? I mean, again, we don't understand reasons. You know, just because they did something like this doesn't mean they got to go to jail for all their life, you know? But just, can you think of any good reason for something like this to happen?
Any good reason for something like this to happen? No. I cannot think of any good reason something like that could happen.
And then let's talk about how you met Jeff.
He came over to Bob and Joyce
Okay, do you remember when that was?
early when I got there, a couple days after I got there.
Jeffrey Ryan was discovered behind the house near a chicken coop, his body twisted as if he had tried to crawl away during the attack. Jason Don suffered a severe slash to the throat, nearly decapitating him. 10-year-old Jesse was found behind his bedroom door, his back covered in stab wounds after trying to escape.
You talked about earlier how you went up there and you stayed for
There was just
a couple
a week
weeks,
and
and then you
come
came
back.
back. Are you talking that Jeff met you during that time?
No,
Or
no, I'd never
this
met Jeff.
time when you're coming up.
This time, I met him when I was up there to stay,
This day.
while I was staying there.
Okay.
And he came over a couple days after I got there.
Okay. And tell me about that conversation. How did that go?
We didn't really have a conversation. I mean, he came in and he talked to Bob and Joy, and I was there, and they introduced me. They said, "Oh yeah, this is Thane."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh well, yeah, Maria's son."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." I shook his hand because I'd never met him before.
And you knew at this point that he is Mariah's father.
Yeah, I know that.
Mhm. And you guys hit it off? I hit it off?
Yeah, we got along.
Uh-huh.
We were cool.
Mhm.
He said, come on over, blah blah blah.
How long was he there and stuff?
Half an hour,
Half hour or so.
20 minutes.
Was the little boy not there
No.
at this point?
No. He was with his mother.
Yeah, then Lewis in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at some point Jeff leaves after about a half hour or so Jeff leaves?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. And you stay at the house
I had gone up there.
that same day? Or when I'm so confused about when you went, because you said before that you asked him to try to get you a job and stuff.
I asked him about work.
Work. Right.
I asked him if he could find me any work, and I went back up to check and see if he had any work, if he
That
heard
day.
anything.
That day, right?
Yeah.
And then at some point, you went back though, and that's when he told you that I'm having a hard time trying to find you a job. I'm having a hard time getting work. You went there once.
He didn't know of anything.
Mm-hmm. That was the second visit, or third visit you were back there to
Right,
Jeff's.
let me think about this.
Because you said before that you asked him to get you a job and stuff, and then later in our last interview was he had
I asked him
to see if he could get any jobs of that, find a
if
job.
he knew of any work. Or
Right.
Any sort
And
of
then
odd
his
jobs.
last interview, you said to me that you went up and talked to him, and he couldn't find you anything,
Okay.
and you had the beer and all that stuff. So tell me about that.
Okay.
So I go up to talk to him
How long ago after the first visit were you up there?
a week,
About a week later.
about a week later.
Okay. And what's going on when you're up there this week later?
It's just Jeff. Jeff's alone drinking a beer, mowing his lawn
Mhm. Outside.
outside.
And how was Jeff doing?
Jeff was doing good.
Yeah.
Jeff was talking about his son, saying he was going to be back.
Okay. So Jeff's son was not there.
Not
at this
there.
point. Okay.
No.
So this was about a week before this happened.
And
Because you only lived up there 3 weeks, you said, right?
yeah, it's all such a short proximity.
Right. So you were there, you met him, and then about a week later you go out. So that would have been a week before this whole thing happened. You were there, and he's mowing the lawn.
He's mowing the lawn.
Push or rider?
Hmm?
Push mower, rider, lawnmower.
Push.
Push mower, and he's having a beer, so it must have been not raining.
No, it's not raining. He's mowing the lawn. It's a bright sunny
I'm trying to.
It's just
visualize
Jeff and
this.
his dog.
I'm
And
a very visual guy. Okay.
Dora
Um,
comes up to say hi to me, and
Is that?
he welcomed me right in. And
Is that what was it?
Dora,
Dora, Rottweiler or something? What type of dog is that?
what type of dog? It was a Rottweiler.
Rottweiler, right?
Yeah.
He has two dogs, right?
Yes.
Rottweiler and a.
So
Tell me about
when
Doug.
I when I show up,
you
he
keep
says
saying you keep saying Doug. What
Last
do you
time we
mean
were
by
talking
that?
to you, you mentioned the name Doug.
And you just did it again. Yeah. Are you saying Doug?
Inside the interrogation room, Thane remained calm. He spoke about the Ryan family as if he were just a casual acquaintance, and even suggested that the killer must have been someone cold and heartless. Across the table, however, detectives quietly studied every movement and expression.
Doug or dog?
dog.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought you said Dora and Doug.
Dora and Shadow, the dogs.
Okay. It's right
Dora
here.
and Shadow the dogs.
You have an accent, so we keep thinking you say Doug. It's okay. So you're there, and what goes on? He's mowing lawns. He stopped mowing.
He's mowing the lawn. He stopped mowing the lawn, talked to me, invited me in, said, "Have a beer." I had a beer with him, and I sat and drank a beer with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Joy actually called. Joy knew I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Called me and told me, come back and help me with the garden. And I,
During that time period?
yeah, it was
What time of day was that, do you think?
midday.
You say she called, she must have called Jeff's house.
Before noon. It was just one morning, and I decided to stop in and say hi and ask. And he said,
How did you get there?
How did I get there? I walked up.
You walked up?
Yeah, it's a short distance.
No, you didn't take your bike?
No.
Okay. Okay, do you mind, I'm a visual guy. Can you draw the trailer for me and say where you went in that trailer? Because it's important to see where you went and all that stuff. Can you do that for
He
me?
showed me around.
Sure.
Yeah, right there.
So, like I said, I was walking down the road, and he was mowing his lawn right around here somewhere. We walked in and were talking, and I met his dog. I think I walked over and petted his dog. I walked in, and he told me to come on in, grab a beer, and then he's got chairs here. We sat down here. It was a hot day. We came back outside. Sat down here. That was it.
How long were you there, you think?
Half hour.
Oh, half hour. And he had already showed you around the place before this, you said?
He showed me his house, yeah.
Yeah, before this visit.
For this visit? No, this is the visit. There were only, all right.
There was at least two visits, as you said. The very first time you met him, you went down and had a beer. Then you said, I asked you, it was the second or third visit that this happened, and you said it was the second visit.
I'll
That you came down, yeah.
I'll be straightforward because there's no reason I can't.
I appreciate that.
I do have a bicycle.
Right.
You know this much.
Okay.
And I've.
Is it a 10 speed with the handlebars come down around?
No.
Okay, what type of bike is it?
Nope. It's 8x3, 24 speed.
Okay.
Or the
So
hand-
you had a bike, right?
Yeah, I had a
Okay, tell me about that. I appreciate you being honest.
Well, because it just. Okay.
All right.
There are only two occasions I've met Jeff.
Uh-huh.
The one where he comes down to the house,
Right.
and I combine those two occasions of one.
Okay.
A week later, I come back,
And you're on your bike this time.
and I'm on my bike this time.
Uh-huh.
And I ride my bike, but I ride my bike on the road.
Right.
And I ride it on the lawn.
Okay.
And I park it right here somewhere.
Okay.
And I come in and I have a beer with him, and he shows me around the house
During that visit.
during that visit. And that's the only visit, though, that I've made to Jeff.
Well, no. You said the first time.
He visited me, and I
Right.
visited him.
The same occasion. You said the very first time he met you, you asked him to get a job and stuff, and he said, come on.
Two different
Dad."
occasions. I combined the two in one, just to be simple.
No, each time you were here. How many times you were at this house?
Once.
Once.
I've only been there once.
Before the murders, Thane had been staying with Bob and Joyce Stout, an elderly couple who lived near Jeffrey Ryan's trailer. To neighbors, he appeared to be a drifter down on his luck, helping with small chores, tending chickens, working in the garden, and doing odd jobs around the property.
I've been to his house once, and it was just Jeff.
And this time here, he shows you around.
And he shows me around.
So the first time you said you went there after you met that very first time you met him.
I said, but really, that was the week later. Just to be simple.
Why would you do that? Why would you confuse me like that? I confuse
Because
easy.
it's because it's irrelevant. Because it's
Well, it's not really irrelevant because we got 3 people dead. So that's why it makes it very relevant.
I understand.
Especially when people are not telling the truth.
I understand, but I mean, I had nothing to do with it,
Okay.
so I didn't want to be.
Okay. Were you ever out in this area?
No,
Were you ever on the driveway? The driveway going in?
yes.
Tell me about that.
I was riding my bike one day, getting bottling, and no one was home. I rode by. I rode by twice. Okay.
And that's when you went out the driveway?
Yeah, I rode by. I rode in.
Uh-huh.
I rode by.
How do you know nobody was home?
No vehicles.
No vehicles at all?
No vehicles.
Not even a four-wheeler?
No.
Okay.
He used to keep his truck parked here and his car parked here. I've never seen a 4-wheeler there.
And they were both gone? Both vehicles were gone?
No, just the car was gone.
The car was
Okay,
gone, the
just
truck
the
was there?
Truck was.
Because the other day you said you never saw that truck before.
I said I saw the truck. I told you I saw the truck, and I told you it was blue.
Yep, move forward.
Okay. But you also said you only were there that one time, and it was the same.
I
event.
was only there one time. I said it was the same event.
Uh-huh.
To be simple.
Okay, I don't want simple anymore.
You
All
don't
right,
want
I want straightforward.
To be straightforward, it was 2 events that I met Jeff Ryan.
Okay.
Once where he came to Bob and Joy's, and I did not go to his house that day.
All right.
A week later, I come back to double check with him.
Okay. When was the bike ride when you were up the driveway? Because we found bike prints up there. That's why when I asked you the other day if you had a bike, you said no. Today I asked you if you had a bike, you said no.
Yeah.
Now I'm confused. Why didn't you tell me you had a bike
Why
when I
did I
asked you?
tell you I had a bike? Because
There's all bike prints there.
I heard stories about biker gangs, and I didn't want to be confused with
No, I asked you the other day pedal bike.
Yeah.
pedal bike. Okay, pedal
That
bike.
you
Yeah, I have
pedal.
a pedal bike.
Right. But the other day you said you didn't. So I'm just confused on why you omitted that from me. That's all I'm asking.
Because I didn't want to.
Okay, now you're inside the house here, and it was just you and Jeff in that house? Because you said you never met Jason.
I've never met Jason.
Okay, have you
I've
ever
never
heard of
met
Jason?
I've never.
Jason.
I've heard of him.
Jason's the
I've heard of him
yeah.
through Craig. He's Craig's friend.
Uh-huh.
And again, I haven't seen Craig in years, and he was up there when I was there.
Uh-huh.
But I've
And he
never met
talks
Jason.
about Jason?
No,
Craig
just
talks about Jason?
other people.
How do you know he's Jason's friend? Craig's friend?
I think I overheard someone just saying
Well, who would talk to you about that?
Craig.
So Craig talked to you about some random guy named Jason.
No, all right. Me and Craig were riding to Halton.
And you went by here, obviously.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he honked.
At Jason's house or Jeff's house?
What caught investigators' attention was what happened after the murders. Just days after the bodies were discovered, Bob Stout drove Thane from Maine to Dover, New Hampshire. While the town lived in fear of an unknown killer, the suspect had quietly left the area.
Both.
Okay, so you know where Jason lives?
I
He must have. You just said he
Think
honked at the house
so.
on the way by.
think so. I think that's his house.
Well, I assume that he honked to the horn. You probably said, "Who's that?" And that's my friend Jason. I mean, how else would he talk about Jason? I'm going to
Yeah.
say that's where Jason lives, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm confused. Because the other day you said you didn't know where Jason lives. You know nothing about Jason.
I
So now
don't
you're
know
now
anything
you're saying
I don't know anything about
well,
Jason.
you know where he lives.
I think I know where he lives.
Craig just honked
Is
the
it-
horn
is
at
it-
his house on the way by. You just said that.
Honking the horn at his friend's house. I asked someone else about it. He didn't say, "Oh, that's my friend Jason."
That's
So you're
usually-
making this up.
Well, no, I'm trying to understand.
You're trying
you
to
talk in
understand.
circles, okay? I'm trying to say who told you
We
about
go to
Jason.
Halton, we come back to Halton. Who told me about Jason? I don't know who told me about Jason. I think Bob or Joy
Okay.
or Craig or Mariah. Jason's Craig's friend.
So
That's all I know.
okay, you're in that house only one time ever.
Okay, this is we're going to Halton. We come back to Halton. We got our groceries. He honks at these 2 houses. I didn't ask Craig.
He honks at his house.
I asked Bob and Joy. I said, "Yeah, who lives up there?" I said, "Oh, that's Craig's friend Jason."
Why would you ask Bob and Joy and not just ask Craig?
Me and Craig were silent. We were. I mean, it wasn't any of my business.
Well, you made it your business by asking.
Yeah, I asked.
It wasn't your business. What's your business?
Because I was just getting introduced to the area.
Okay, so you only went up that ride only up that drive on your bike one time.
One time.
Okay, why are we finding a couple different trips up through there and another trip through the woods on a bike and footprints going through the woods and stuff coming out in front of Bobby's house? Why are we finding that? Are you confused and maybe you forgot a time that you were up in there with the bike and coming out to the woods in front of Bobby's house? Because we got your path there and the canine and all that stuff. I mean, did you forget that? It's okay if you did. I'm just trying to see when we're back in these woods here coming out in front of that. You forget that?
No. That was just. I'd just gone over to check out the junkyard.
Where's the junkyard?
It's right beside Bob and Joy's.
Okay, across the street.
No.
I don't know where it is because we have canines and stuff and dogs.
Yeah. I know
And
canines.
and it tracks through the here. He said it would have been earlier, probably Wednesday morning or something, where somebody went through the woods and stuff, bikes and all that stuff. But the punchline is across the road from Bob and Joy, someone came out right there. Someone came up. Bob and Joy, right?
Yes.
All right. Across from Bob and Joy, someone came out of the woods right in that area. And
No, I haven't been.
probably a bike. That's why
I
get
haven't
bike
been.
tracks
But
against.
we get bikers up and down the
Pedal
roads.
bikes.
Pedal
Right?
bikes. Yeah.
Okay.
Pedal bikes.
So that's not you. coming down
No,
those
that
roads.
wasn't me.
Okay. Now, when you're in that wood, in the house there, you said you
And
had.
that's why I don't want to be confused, because there are
That's
other
why
bikers.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's why I need to hear from you exactly what happened. Okay. You're in that
So I'm
house.
going to tell you there are other bikers.
I understand. That's right. We talked to several of them. Okay. Now, you only had one beer in that house, you said.
One beer,
And it was a Budweiser bottle.
Budweiser bottle.
And you said to me the other day, you drank it all.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened then after you drank that beer?
I told you I left it on the counter in the sink. I don't recall.
Back in the interrogation room, detectives began digging deeper into Thane's encounters with Jeffrey Ryan. His story kept changing. At first, he said he had only visited the house once. Later, it became 2 visits. Small details started to contradict each other.
You left it in the counter or in the sink?
On the counter or in the sink.
On the counter or in the sink. Okay. Right. I know you told me that, but is that what you really did? Or-
Yes.
Okay. You smoke. Do you have any smokes in the house?
Smoke
Cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Smoke any cigarettes in the house?
In his house?
Yeah. Jeff's house.
I smoked one of his cigarettes.
What type of cigarette was
A
it?
rolled cigarette.
You know what brand or anything like that?
I don't know what type of tobacco or
Was it what? No, it was filter. What type of filter was it? Was it a brown filter, white filter?
It must have been a brown filter.
Okay. If I told you it was white, would that screw you up?
Yeah, I don't know.
You said you never met the little boy.
Never met the little
Okay.
guy.
Did he want you to meet the little boy?
He never made.
Like, I can't
he
wait
never,
for Junior to come up.
Yeah, he was. That's what he was telling me when we were talking on the porch. He was saying, "I hope I'm gonna go get him. You know, I think he'll be back for the summer."
Mm-hmm. And that's good. And you never ever been back here. Do you know what's back here?
No.
The tree house here. There's some trees here. Stuff. Have you ever been back in this area at all?
No, no, I haven't even been to the treehouse. I've been past the pool.
Well, did you ever play horseshoes down in this area?
Nope.
The horseshoe pits are right here, right? Remember that?
I didn't even see the horseshoe
You
pits.
didn't see the horseshoe pits? Okay.
I noticed the pool and I noticed the treehouse, and I said, you know, good work. And he
What-
told me about the lumber. And
Where Dale's written the black lines up there where you were in the kitchen area, when you said he showed you the house, did you go through the house? Did you take it room by room, or did you just say,
Did you go down in here?
no,
no?
How do you know there's a bathroom there? You drew that. You drew that.
because I asked.
You asked Jeff.
I asked him where the bathroom was.
Yeah. Did you go to the bathroom?
No,
Why not?
I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Why did you ask where the bathroom was?
In case I needed to go to the bathroom.
Are you kidding me? You said, where's the bathroom?
Well, I
You
asked
never asked me
Inside
here
your
where the
house, and I
bathroom
said
is.
bathrooms down the hall, and he said, "Well, where's the bathroom?"
I mean, you and I have been together now for a couple. You've only been with him for 10 minutes, you said. Why would you ask him in 10 minutes, hey, where's the bathroom? Down the hall. You know, you've been with us now for over a couple hours. You never once asked
Our
that question.
conversations wandered.
Yeah, you're there for 10 minutes. You asked where the bathroom is. He told you and you didn't go. I mean, I'm just, okay. So you've never, ever been down that hallway. So there's no.
At the crime scene, investigators found 3 beer bottles sitting on the kitchen counter. 2 belonged to Jeffrey and Jason. But the 3rd bottle contained DNA from another man, someone who had clearly been inside the house shortly before the murders occurred.
Way in hell that your DNA is going to be down in this area anywhere.
No.
Is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. And there's no way in hell that your DNA is going to be back in here anywhere. And you had a cigarette. What happened to the cigarette? You smoked it, you said.
I smoked it. I might have put the butt in my back pocket or thrown it
But
out.
you said you're kind of not horny about leaving butts around.
Yeah.
You told me that in the car the other day, right? But you actually smoked a cigarette. Okay? And have you ever been out in these streets up in this area?
Nope.
Oh, did the one time on the bike back and forth here?
Yes.
Maybe. So this event here where you were inside was about a week before this murder happened.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 weeks. Never met Jason.
Never met Jason.
You did. Well, now we have a problem.
Why?
All right. Inside that trailer, there's a bottle sitting there, 3 bottles. And in that trailer also we have your DNA and fingerprints on one of the bottles. So maybe you're mistaken about why that happened, but I want you to straighten it out now. Okay. See this picture?
Yes, sir.
3 bottles, right? This one's yours. One of these is Jason, and one of these is Jeff. I'm confused right now which one's which, okay? This one's yours. Notice how clean the place is. On Monday, before the murder, there was a party. They were playing horseshoes. People were in and out of there. People clean after the party, because I talked to the ones who did it. Those bottles were not there Monday night.
Yep.
Your bottle's there, your fingerprints on that matched with the fingerprint I got the other day. Your DNA is in that bottle. Explain that to me. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
No, I mean,
but I'm saying, why is it that
I put
2
I
weeks
set
ago?
I set my bottle either here or here in the sink. Oops.
But you see my problem. This bottle here belongs to Jason, who you never met.
Whom I've never met.
The beer's half full. The beer's half full. The beer's half full.
I thought I finished my beer.
But it couldn't have been. Even if you did finish the beer, let's say the bottle's empty. They cleaned the house after the party on Monday. That bottle would have been moved.
From your visit
See what I'm
1 or
saying?
2 weeks previous.
It would have been moved. That bottle would not be sitting there. Jason's bottle wouldn't be sitting there because you got a 10-year-old kid that's there. He's be walking around and stuff. For him to earn money for chores, he helps clean. So they moved all the stuff and put it to the redemption bottle container, right?
Yeah.
No way in hell that bottle sat there for 2 weeks. If anything, it sat there for a couple hours. So we have a problem with that. I need you to explain to me that why it is that beer bottle's there a couple hours or at the time of the murder. So if you have a logical explanation, now's the time to spit it up. All right? It doesn't mean you did anything wrong, but we need to know why that bottle is there, why you were in that house a couple hours before the murder. Just tell me how this all happened.
I don't know.
That's not.
But that's not, no, you know, you just don't want to tell me. And it doesn't mean you killed them, all right? But it means go one step at a time. How was that bottle there? Is it possible you went there, you just don't remember, hypothetically, that you were there, that this whole thing here happened on Wednesday morning? Or late Tuesday night when you went down there on your bike, had a beer and all that stuff. And Jason was there. Maybe you're just afraid because you thought it was irrelevant. That, yeah, I met Jason that night right here, but...
When detectives mentioned the beer bottle, Thane's confidence began to crack. The questions became more precise about cigarettes, bicycle tracks in the dirt road, and the layout of the house. Piece by piece, the evidence began forming a disturbing picture.
If I tell you I met him the only night and he's dead the same night, you're going to think I did it, you know, and that's not necessarily true. But I want to make sure that if there's some over here. Well, I'm just telling you what the evidence people are telling me. That's Jason's bottle. I now remember. That is Jason, the one you said you never met. That is Jeff's bottle. This is your bottle. All 3 bottles are half full. You were there just before the murder, or when this accident happened. All right? Tell me about that. How was your bottle there? Tell me how that bottle ended up there.
Well, you have my DNA on
Maine
that
is
bottle.
okay.
You have my DNA on
Yes,
this bottle?
yes, but can you explain how, yeah, tell me about what you did while you were there.
Well, I drank half a beer.
Right? Tell me about Jason. You met him. This is his bottle.
That's his bottle.
Right. Did you only meet him the one time?
Honestly,
Yeah. I want the truth.
straightforward. the one time
Straightforward. During this event?
During this event.
Okay. What night was that? Or what day was that?
Tuesday evening.
Tuesday evening? Okay, tell me what happened Tuesday evening there. How'd you get there?
My bicycle,
Okay.
and those are the tracks.
Well,
Right up the driveway.
where was Jeff when you got there?
Inside.
Okay. What time of day was it? You said it was evening. I mean, was it dark? Was it
Not dark.
not dark?
Not dark.
Okay. Jeff was inside. Was Jason inside?
Inside.
Jason was inside.
They
Was
were-
the little boy inside?
At the counter, having a beer.
They were-
Inside, playing TV.
You didn't know the boy was there, did you? The boy was so bad playing Nintendo or something. You didn't see. You didn't know he was there when you first got there. Okay, so you didn't know the boy was there. So the 3 of you were sitting there having a beer, right? And it was just was the 4-wheeler there?
Yes.
Okay, so show me where the truck and the 4-wheeler and the car was sitting. We just want to make sure it's going to be okay.
I know. We know that's the truck. We know that's the car. I think that's the four-wheeler.
Four wheels right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. Now you pedal up here to bike. Where do you park your bike?
Right against the car.
Right there. Okay, that's good. That explains the little scratch we found there. Okay. So you go inside. You're sitting at the bar with Jason and
I'm sitting at the table.
I'm sorry.
They're sitting at the bar. I'm sitting at the table.
Table's here.
I'm sitting in this chair right there.
Okay. And they're sitting at the bar. When you walk in, they go, "Hey, come on in." Or life is good at this point, right? When you walked in, were they okay to see you?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they offer you a beer.
Yeah.
You go to the refrigerator and get the beer.
Yeah.
Because you had one before, you open the beer's cap. He said, "Grab your beer," right? You stop, you sit at the table, and they're sitting here, and they're having a smoke. At this point, you have a smoke.
Yeah. I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. You had at least two cigarettes.
That's right. I was smoking Black Hogs that night.
Yeah.
With the white buds. You know more than I do.
With it, I know everything.
Yeah. You know more.
And soon you're going to know that I know that you know that I know, right? Okay,
Right.
follow that? Okay. It's a little dance we're doing, but you know that I know. So you have a smoke. Something goes terribly wrong. Jeff comes outside, we think. Something happened.
The tension in the interrogation room intensified when police revealed that Thane's DNA and fingerprints were found on one of the beer bottles at the crime scene. A long silence followed. The 20-year-old suspect began to show visible signs of unease.
Right down this area, outside.
We went outside and came over here by the garden. I smoked a joint.
Down here by the garden area. I'm sorry.
I smoked a joint with Jason.
And you smoked a joint with Jason. Okay.
And Jeff didn't smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And he said,
Still don't know the boys there yet. Yeah. Okay. So you smoke a joint down in this area. I'm just going to write joint there with Jason.
like I said, I asked Jeff about work.
Uh-huh.
And and we were talking about carpentry and all sorts of different things, and he said he had some nails for me, and that's why you have my prints towards the shed.
I'll bet.
DNA towards the shed. He was wanting to show me.
Where's the shiz? Where are the shiz?
Here.
Okay. You want to show you some nails that are out there? Is that why? I missed what you said. There were some nails
he
out
wanted
there.
to show me some nails.
When were you out there by the sheds?
That night.
Tuesday night. Into Wednesday morning. Tuesday.
It was Tuesday night. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was home shortly thereafter.
Bang. That's the truth.
I know you want the truth,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have to plead the fifth at this point.
Okay. All right. Does that mean you want to stop talking, or?
For a minute, I'm gonna
Okay.
get another coffee.
Hey,
And
well, here we do.
I'm gonna need
Thane.
to take a cigarette, and if
Right.
you could bring me a joint, maybe.
Okay. Thane, here's what we're going to do. All right.
That's earnest.
I'm honest. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I appreciate you being honest. All right. I appreciate that a lot. I want you to we'll get you a cup of coffee. We'll give you a piss break. If you want some food, we can make that happen. I'm hungry too. I cannot get you a joint. They kind of frown on that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I cannot get you a beer. Trust me, I want.
I don't want a beer.
Okay? I do.
I do want a joint.
Yeah. If I could give you a joint, I would. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to make all that happen for you. All right. You know that I know the drill. One step at a time. You're responsible for this, right?
I won't say.
Okay. Why don't you go have some? We'll get a cigarette break. Okay, Adam, you'll go have a
fix
little
coffee.
cigarette. Okay.
Eventually, his story changed again. Thane admitted that he had gone to the house on Tuesday evening by bicycle. At the time, Jeffrey Ryan, Jason Don, and young Jesse were all there. At first, everything seemed normal. They drank beer and talked.
Did he bring you a coffee? When he gets back in here, I'll go get you one, alright? Do you actually want coffee though?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll get you one in a minute. I'll get you one when he gets back in here.
Where would you like to start?
When did you go up there that night?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. What time
Before
was it? Before dark.
6, 7.
Jason was there at this point.
Jason was there.
Was that the first time you met him?
That was the first
Okay.
time.
What happened? You're on your pedal bike.
It's not my pedal bike.
Okay. What happened?
Everything was going fine, to tell you the truth. And I did see Jesse, and Jesse was in the living room. And he was playing video games, and we were just mildly introduced. And we had a beer and everything, like I said.
So, things were going good at first.
Things were going fine the whole time,
Uh-huh.
until
It happened.
it happened.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Cream? Just cream?
So you said when you get there, everyone's in the house in the kitchen area, and the little boy's playing Nintendo or something on the computer.
Whatever he's playing.
Whatever he's doing.
On the TV.
You said you're just kind of like introduced in passing.
Yeah, we just introduced and talked and went outside to smoke the joint, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff was
Everything's going
abnormally
good.
nice to me.
Abnormally nice.
You know, he was nice to me. Which makes it strange.
Right.
But I did have it out for him.
You did.
Yes.
When did it turn from everything going fine to not so much? He say something to you? Did he?
No. No.
Did he have to?
No.
No.
Where you found him.
Mhm.
Where you found my prints. My DNA in the shed where you were showing me nails.
He was out there to show you some nails or something,
That was it.
and he bent over to get you the nails. What happened?
But something shifted inside Thane's mind. Outside, near the shed, he pulled out a bayonet-style knife he had brought with him. When Jeffrey turned his back, Thane attacked, stabbing him repeatedly until the man collapsed.
I think you know what happened.
I like to hear from you. I have theories, but I like to hear your side of the thing. I know what happened. I want to see if you can tell me what happened.
If I can tell you what happened.
Sure.
I killed him
You killed Jeff. And how did you do that?
with a knife.
So he was bent over, and
No.
Back to.
he was back to you, you know? And you stabbed him in the back. I'm asking. Yeah. Okay. And where'd you get the knife?
It was my
It was a bayonet type knife,
large.
a large knife, and that's the one you keep sharpening all the time, right? Or that was your, then you brought that with you because you always wear it. Right?
I knew you knew that much. Yeah.
So
But I knew that.
he's outside. Okay, he's out there by the shed, and Jason's in the house. Jason and the boy are in the house. Jason and Jesse are in the house.
Jason sat down next to Jesse on the couch.
Right. And you guys are outside, and you're thinking, now it's time. He never said anything to you?
He was just trying to help me.
Okay. How many times did you stab him, you think?
Those are questions I don't know the answer to.
Are you saying 1 or 100? I mean,
Multiple.
multiple times?
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously more than one.
Okay.
I
So
don't
you
know.
stab him, and does he fight you back?
Momentarily, but I didn't want it to be a prolonged thing. I wanted it to be as quick as possible, and unfortunately, I mean, it wasn't long, but
It's not like television.
it's different from what you expect.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not even much of a TV watcher, and obviously I have enough intellect to know that it wouldn't be like television.
Yeah.
So you kill him outside. Do you hide him at this point, or do you go take care of the other two?
I go.
Okay. What happens then? You have a lot of blood on you at this point. Okay. And then what do you do? You come around up the stairs in the house?
At this point, I'm in a mode. I'm scared, and I have to finish what I started.
Mm-hmm.
Afterward, he walked back into the house. Jason, Don, and young Jesse still had no idea what had happened. In a chilling mix of panic and cold determination, Thane continued the attack. Jason was killed on the couch, while Jesse ran toward his room before being stabbed multiple times in the back.
In my mind,
Mm-hmm.
it was a job. It was like a hit to me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were on the couch. I started with Jason, and then Jesse ran to the bedroom.
The interrogation ended with a confession that left investigators stunned. Thane claimed he committed the murders simply to test his own abilities, to see whether he was capable of killing like a soldier. In court, Thane Ormsby was convicted of 3 counts of murder and 1 count of arson. He was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences, plus an additional 15 years, with no possibility of parole. The man who helped him hide the crime, Bob Stout, was also convicted and sentenced to 4 years in prison for being an accessory after the fact. A quiet town lost 3 innocent lives, and the case became a chilling reminder that sometimes the most dangerous person is the one who once seemed completely harmless.